Hello, I'm Dawn Palomares. I'm doing this for the Leadership in Complex Healthcare Systems class for the University of Texas at Arlington, and I'll be doing a book review on Crucial Confrontations, Tools for Resolving Broken Promises, Violated Expectations, and Bad Behaviors. A little bit about the authors. There were 4 authors for this book, and one thing they had in common, they were all co-founders for the Vital Smarts company, which is a company that specializes in corporate training and organizational performance. The first one I'm going to talk about is Mr. Kerry Patterson. He completed his doctorate at Stanford University. He was a professor at Brigham Young University's School of Marriott School of Management. Next is Joseph Grenny. He was a co-author of 3 New York Times bestsellers, consultant to corporations, and authored many articles published on Bloomberg Businessweek. Al Switzer served as Chief Executive Officer at Vital Smarts until November 20th, 2006. He has directed training and management initiatives with hundreds of organizations worldwide. Ron McMillan received a bachelor's degree from the University of Utah Brigham Young's University, co-founder and director of Vital Smarts, and he also is a freelance journalist who got his career start in Seoul, Korea during the run up until the 1988 Olympic Games. The purpose of the book was to examine and explain ways to handle missed commitments and failed promises at home, work, and play, and improve overall communication. For example, what does a nurse do when a physician orders a treatment that is not the standard of care? Does the nurse speak up or keep silent? You're the manager of a company that you have an employee who is chronically late. What is a proper way to approach this employee and talk about the situation? Your teenage daughter comes home late and breaks curfew. When you confront her, she states that her friend's curfew is later and thought it would be okay. And it also explores corporate accountability. The target audience is intended for this book is managers, supervisors, married couples, parents, teachers, and anyone in the position of managing people and relationships, whether it's work or personal. The author suggests that one should not question every wrongdoing by someone, so we should know which crucial confrontations to hold and which ones not to hold. A person needing to have the crucial conversation should confront the real problem at hand, not the minor problem that appears on the surface. One particular instance that the authors pointed out was 2 girls at school made unacceptable comments to each other and one of the mothers would not accept the punishment the school had decided upon and reprimanded the principal in the hallway and told her she'd be taking her daughter out the next day for a lunch together. It was finally decided that the real problem at hand was to work with the mother to come up with a punishment plan that jointly benefited both children. Strengths of the book. There are many strengths in this book. It talked about multiple situations which missed commitments and failed promises, and most appropriate ways to approach and resolve these situations. Holding someone accountable is not always an easy task, and this book took particular situations and walked the target audience through the what-ifs of handling the situation the wrong way or appropriate way. The author suggests that the first time a problem comes up, talk about the content, look for a pattern when it comes up again, and then analyze how the problem will affect the relationship if it continues on the way that it has been. Shortcomings of the book. This was a good book, and it was really difficult to find shortcomings, but I thought that they could have done a better job of giving more examples of holding people accountable for their broken promises. For example, the book gave that a realtor had hired his neighbor to be the secretary in his office, and she began coming in late on a regular basis. And he didn't want to confront her because they were friends. And it gave examples. I think the book could have given more examples like that because I think that is a common problem in our personal and professional lives. The objectives. The authors were able to achieve their objectives by bringing up examples of crucial conversations and solving the problem at hand. For example, A teenage daughter is an hour late past curfew and the father wants to punish her for being late. The authors feel that that won't solve the problem, but it will harm the relationship. They suggest instead to bring up to her that she broke a promise and violated her father's trust, which would most likely solve the problem and keep the father-daughter relationship intact. I do recommend this book to anybody that it works, anybody that's married, they're in a relationship, or have children. The book makes suggestions on more critically analyzing a situation and thinking about the problem as a whole and how to confront in a calm manner to solve the problem and maintain a good relationship. Thank you.